let's talk about proposals. Seriously, we're going to look at how to transform them from just documents into tools that actually win you projects. We're digging into the key ideas from the art of writing proposals to show you exactly how to stand out and finally get that yes. But first, let's start with a question I think we've all asked ourselves at some point, right? You know you're good at what you do, you know you can get incredible results for the client, and yet the project goes to someone else. What is going on? Why does that happen? Well, it's because their proposal, all that hard work, it just got sucked into what we call the proposal black hole. You know what I'm talking about. It's that void where you send your best ideas and poof, they just vanish. No feedback, no follow-up, just complete silence. So yeah, let's dive into that first, the proposal black hole. Think about it. You pour hours of your time, your energy, your best thinking into this thing. You craft what you think is the perfect proposal. You hit send, you're feeling pretty hopeful, and then nothing. Crickets. It's so deflating, isn't it? It just makes you wonder, what on earth did I do wrong? Which brings us to section 2. Let's figure out exactly why your proposals might be failing. Okay, let's do a little self-diagnosis here. Be honest. Is your proposal kinda generic? Maybe a little copy and paste? Does it talk a lot about what you do instead of what the client actually gets? Are the details about timeline and cost a little fuzzy? Maybe it's just way too long or a mess to read. Or, and this is a big one, maybe it's the little things that trip you up. A sloppy design, or even worse, spelling and grammar mistakes. These are the classic traps that so many of us fall into. Okay, so enough about the problem, right? Let's talk about the solution. Here's the blueprint for a winning proposal. First things first, we have to completely change how we think about what a proposal even is. It is not a sales brochure. It is not a price list. A great proposal is a document that shows you get it. It proves you've listened, you've done the homework, and you understand their problem so deeply that you can articulate the solution perfectly. It's a trust-building tool, plain and simple. And this blueprint, it's got 5 key parts. You start with the hook. That's a punchy executive summary that grabs their attention right away. Then you lay out the plan, a super clear methodology and timeline so they know exactly how you're going to do it. Then comes the price, a transparent, detailed budget. No surprises. Then the proof. This is where you show off your qualifications, your past wins to build that credibility. And finally, you finish with the push, a simple, clear call to action that tells them exactly what to do next. All right, next up, from service to solution. Now, this idea right here, it's probably the single biggest mindset shift you can make. This isn't just about tweaking a few words. It's about changing your entire approach. And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. On the left, you've got the service focus. I will design 3 logos. Okay, that's a task, that's what you do. But look at the right side, the solution focus. We will create a unique brand identity that attracts your target audience. See the difference? That's a result. That's what they get. One is a feature, the other is a benefit. And winning proposals are always, always about the benefit. So let's bring it all home. Section 5, your proposal, your advantage. This is where we stop seeing the proposal as some tedious chore and start seeing it for what it really is, your single greatest strategic advantage in the whole process. Most people think the proposal is just the final hurdle, the last thing you have to do to close the deal. They treat it like the finish line, but honestly, that way of thinking is what's holding them back. A winning proposal does something so much more powerful. It marks the beginning of a partnership. It sets the tone for everything to come. It builds trust. It establishes your credibility right from the get-go. It shows the client not just what you're going to do, but how you're going to work together to hit their goals. It's the first step of a great project, not the last step of a sale. So the next time you sit down to write one, just ask yourself this one simple question. Are you sending your client a document that just outlines a cost, something they just have to pay? Or are you presenting them with an investment in their own success? That choice, right there, makes all the difference in the world.